Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. I'm just saying show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tennille Thomas here, your hostess with the mostest. Now, today I wanted to do something special, a little different. It's right at the beginning of the end of the year, going into the beginning of the year.
It feels like the beginning of the year.
We need some transformations. Ooh. We need some transformations. Look at God. Look, no. I'm not about to go there with y'all. We're not, because we're gonna go there a little bit.
Okay, all right.
Maybe a little bit.
Listen.
Y'all, we're about to have a really fun expose on Mr. David Tennille right here.
You got
name. David
wait a minute.
Tennille.
I'm just
Don't
glad
you
your
like
husband
that?
is in the room.
Y'all, welcome to I'm Just Saying Live. We're doing a very special event for this guy right here. He has a new book out. It's not his first project, so he ain't new to this. He true to this.
Come on.
So we are about to jump and dive right on in. We're gonna get a little bit of the behind the scenes, a little background on it.
You might pull the curtain
to tell you why he's qualified to even be trying to tell you how to live your life. He don't know. He ready, but he not ready for I'm Just Saying Live. We're about to get in on this.
I have no idea what I just walked into, y'all. I just showed up. I just be showing up to places. Listen, that's all it is.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. David Tennille. He has written this wonderful book here. Batteries not included.
It is not a mouse pad. She was literally using the mouse on the book, but it's multi-purpose. It's multi-purpose. But thank you for having me.
Y'all know I'm a multi-purposer. Okay, so we are here at the end of the year. Batteries not included.
Come on.
Is on sale right now. I wanted to put this out there while y'all are listening to this interview so you can go and get it right now. Okay. Now we will definitely be popping up his website where you can follow him on Instagram throughout this segment. And I can't wait for you guys to check it out because I hear it has a lot of things that we really need to know to be able to push forward. Let's first find out a little bit about David. Dave.
Come on. Yeah, just Dave. Dave.
Dave.
No pomp.
You've done a lot, Dave.
I don't
DJ,
know,
entrepreneur. Houston is a rough place. It's a rough place to be out here.
But it's a beautiful place.
It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place.
It's not Dallas.
If you've got to think,
it's not Dallas. That's the best place to buy. She about to kick me off the show already, and we just got started.
Cancel the show. Run that. We're gone. You thought that was funny? Don't be laughing. Do not be laughing. Okay. Tell us a little bit about your upbringing here in the Houston area. Tell us a little bit about Dave. Young Dave.
Come on, Young Dave was an interesting Dave. No, I grew up southwest side of Houston, Texas, the SWAT, as we like to call it. Had a unique upbringing. My dad was in and out of jail my entire life. Single parent mom. And
it can still be done, y'all.
Yeah.
It can still be done.
It can still be done.
He's still here. He's getting interviewed about this really great book. He can put this book out, and so it can still be done. So I want to encourage each and every one of you out there who felt like you couldn't beat your circumstances. They can be beat.
I'm telling you, they can. Don't let them beat you. Don't let your circumstances punk you. Listen,
don't do it.
No, but it was tough. I fell to the same influences and peer pressure that most people do growing up in an area like that. Got caught up selling drugs, stealing cars, doing all the things to try to get a quick buck. I was really good at it too.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm just saying I was, if you're going to do a bad thing, you got to do a bad thing good. Right?
Until it went wrong. Until everything went
wrong. The beauty of it though, man, it's crazy. I've never been arrested for any of that type of stuff.
Okay.
God really kept me in the midst of my darkness.
Okay.
I got saved later in life, like after I graduated from high school, or like right when I graduated.
He made the comment earlier that he wanted to talk about his BC days.
Yeah.
Before Christ.
I kind of just drove through that. I mean, I just don't want to like overly dramatize it. You know how people be making they BC days like, oh man, I was struggling. I was out here like, I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't like bad. You know what I'm saying? Like we was in the hood, but it wasn't like third world country.
Yeah. See,
you feel me?
I lived in the hood, but I lived in a house in the hood.
Yeah. Now my house might have been broke down, but it was still a house, right?
House,
I had a car, but I couldn't really count on it.
We wasn't pillar to post, that kind of thing. We wasn't living on other people's couches with our mama.
I kind of.
What you say? You did that? Okay.
A couple times.
You did that.
I was raised by all my homies' mamas. Like that's why that's why a lot of people they see the skin tone and they don't match it up with the voice. Look, I got the same beatings that all my partners got. I got the same got cussed out by everybody mama, but I also got loved on by everybody mama, right?
Okay.
So, and then my mama was amazing as well. She had her vices and things of that nature, but she did her thing, right? But yeah, it was bad, but it wasn't that bad.
So when it came to music and changing kind of the set of how you were living your life, and graduating into more of the DJ than the street, if you will, what made you transition into that?
I mean, all my friends were rappers. I grew up in Houston, so it's like the home of DJ Screw and Swisher House. And
did you ever try to rap?
I did.
Okay.
That was immediate fail.
Okay.
Immediate. I could not rap.
I was about to say bust the flow.
Oh, no. We want to keep your viewers, not run them away. But no, seriously, all my homies wanted to rap. When you were a kid in high school, you want to be down, right? And so, but I couldn't rap. I couldn't get with the program. But I was, I was
still
like,
into the music.
Yeah, I was like, let me be the DJ.
Okay.
Right. So mowing lawns, save up enough money to get my techniques. My house quickly became like the spot where folks would come to record. And we would just be making mixtapes and selling them at school, and then eventually starting to do all the parties around town and little things like that. I remember carrying crates in for some of the DJs around town. We'd be
big DJs.
Yeah, we'd be at Club Connections, at T-Town, and I'm dating myself a little bit.
Yeah. Put it on out there.
Yeah, man. But yeah, good times. And so that's how I got into music. And then college, all my friends were getting married. And they was like, yo, can you DJ my wedding?
Okay, so y'all see that he made it to college too?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to U of H, then Houston Baptist University. I think they just changed their name. But it's always going to be HBU to me. Yeah. And then ended up getting my degree in music production from Full Sail University. But yeah, so they all started getting married. And I'm like, they wanted me to be their DJ. I thought weddings were lame.
I'm going to tell you
I'm going to be real with you. Like, this is back in the early 2000s or mid 2000s. And I'm like, I'm not, because the stereotypical wedding DJ was like the old white guy in a tuxedo. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't me. I was like, nah.
Playing the ballads and
I'm having fun at the festivals and at the college parties. Now, mind you, it's not paying anything because I'm having to chase down promoters. They trying to pay me in Ciroc, and I'm just like,
would you say, no, that ain't working for me?
Nah, AT&T don't accept Hennessy as a form of payment.
Right, at all.
It's like Cash App, Apple Pay, credit card, debit card. Hennessy is not on the list.
Not on the list.
So, but they start asking me to DJ their weddings, and
now weddings pay though.
Not only do they pay more, they pay on time.
Okay.
They drop the deposit or we ain't showing up, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
So listen, y'all know here when we catching up to people in Houston, catching up to things, and we love to do our small business highlights. This is a business. DJing, whether you know it or not. I know a lot of people like to rag on their kids when they say they want to in the back room, scratching and mixing records, but DJing can really make you a lot of money, especially when it comes to the wedding venues, because everybody needs some good music. Listen. And if people decide that they like you, they will spread word about what it is you're doing and how much fun they had at the event that you DJ'd.
There was a couple weddings this year.
And some of them make big money, y'all. I'm telling you, big money. And you can travel. Look,
man, listen, I did a wedding not too long ago, and the bride and groom, there were 4 other couples of weddings that I had DJ'd for.
Wow.
At that same wedding.
Wow.
And that I have been in part of their families and their weddings over the past decade. But no, weddings are big business, especially here in Houston. I mean, I took a side hustle as just DJing all these corporate parties and college parties and stuff like that, making like, $20,000, $30,000 extra a year. The moment I started focusing on weddings, we went from that $20,000 to over $200,000-$300,000 in less than 1 year.
DJing, ladies and gentlemen, DJing. Yep. So if you're out here and you're struggling and you know how to run a record, look.
Hey. Nowadays, it's all digital. So, but
yeah, figure it out. Hey, you're already mixing on your phone. You've already got the playlist, I'm sure, probably already made up. If you are just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Dave Settle. He has a new book out. We're going to be talking about the book in just a second. But before that, we wanted to get a little background on how he got here. Yeah, man. And right now we are right in the smack dab middle of the money being made.
Come on.
Okay, the money being made from DJing. So now we are the DJ.
Yep.
We've figured out a way to make it successful. Where do we go next? What made us decide to start putting out books? Because this is not your first project.
No.
Tell them the name of your first project just in case they want to go check that one out.
Yeah, so that one is funny. I as a DJ, right, I kind of refer everything to music. My first project, I tell people, is like my mixtape, right? This one is my album. But the first project was called The Power to Change. It's a playbook for personal transformation. And it was a collection of like my college papers because I was studying Christianity at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was also a youth pastor doing missions across the world.
Now, did you dibble and dabble? Because I know a lot of people are going to ask this in other religions. You know, a lot of people like to say feeding out of the trash can.
Yeah, feeding out of the trash can.
That's what they say, feeding out the trash can. That's what my pastor used to call it. He said, when you start, looking into too many different places. Mm-hmm. So did you?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So I studied part of my degree was to study other world religions, right?
Okay.
There's something called apologetics where you defend the faith and you have to be able to present an argument and basically say like, this is why I believe what I believe. Well, you can't really do that if you don't know like any other forms of opposition or what else is out there, right?
Very true.
The alternatives. And so we had to study, like other world religions as a part of our degree program. I will say this though, I did kind of get lost in philosophy.
Okay.
Like I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was okay. Don't let the tattoos and everything fool you. I am a nerd. I am a nerd at heart. Every DJ is. But I was that kid in school that would, you get a book, right? Mm-hmm. And they got the little annotations at the bottom that says that this idea came from this other book. All right.
Oh, so you started going to check.
I was that guy that would go get the other book.
Okay.
So, and a little bit more background. The entire basketball team at Elsick High School probably wouldn't have passed a math class if it wasn't me. I'm just being real.
I'm glad y'all got y'all degrees by now.
You know what I'm saying? So no, I really, really love math. It's probably why I was such a great drug dealer. But anyway, I digress. The first book, that's kind of what that was. It was just a collection of sermons. And then I noticed I had all this content. And I was like, yo, if I just fill in the gaps a little bit, I could turn this into a book. Yeah. And that's what I did. So I published that first project. Never really felt like I'm an author. I didn't feel like one. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This project that I got now, I'm an author now.
You an author.
And the funny thing is, this book ain't even as long as the other one, but it was very thought through. The vision behind this book, the intentionality behind this book, everything about this book, like I'm super, super proud of.
Okay, great. And we're proud of you for putting it out because I know that a lot of people need somebody relatable who's writing and doing things of this nature, because a lot of times people think that they are not going to like what's going on.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to be reading it. It's not going to be comfortable for them to read. It's going to be a boring read.
Oh yeah.
This guy's not boring.
Well, thank you.
This
I appreciate
guy's not
that.
boring. He's fun. I'm sure that it translates in the book.
Yeah.
So let's get to it. I know that we have some founding. What I use the word founding because there's a lot of F's. There's a lot of F's in this book.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the premise of batteries not included, and how to power your purpose.
So, like I said, I'm super proud of this book, and I get really passionate when I talk about it.
Okay.
But I'm a kid and an adult who loves Christmas, right?
Okay.
And we here in the Christmas season, right? I just love everything about it, right? Christmas is such a vibe. It's the lights, it's the Starbucks coffee, right? The Christmas movies. I already watched Home Alone 2, Elf. I'm watching all the things, even the cheesy Lifetime movies. I'm watching all that. I just love Christmas. But I remember as a kid, anticipating opening up those gifts and getting, requesting hey, I want this remote control car, or I want this or that.
And wait until you open up that package.
Yeah, man. And there's something about that. And especially electronics. And they always, they never have the batteries in the box. They always say batteries not included. And I don't know if y'all grew up like I did, but my folks always forgot to buy the batteries. I don't know if they forgot it.
Running out on Christmas Day to pick up the batteries that they did not get for these toys that they purchased.
Man, so I have this incredible remote control toy car that I've been waiting on my whole life. It's a beautiful gift. I just can't use it. I don't know how to power it. And I truly believe that each and every person on this planet has been given gifts by their creator, right? Talents and special things that they have to pour into the world. But sometimes we feel like something's missing. Sometimes we don't have the batteries to actually activate what God has put inside of us, those gifts. And so what I discovered.
Tell us about your batteries. Hey, his batteries have some powerful names. Tell us about your batteries, Dave.
Yeah. So, and again, I pulled these batteries through my own journey of overcoming suicide and depression.
Okay.
Working through therapy and in community and through my faith. But these batteries, and it's funny, they all start with F.
Yes, that's why I said, that's why I used the F.
Yeah. These F words, if you will. They start off with focus, right? You got to be focused. You got to have a goal. You got to have a target. A lot of us are just out here living life and we don't have any dreams, or, we have things that we hope for, but there's no clear target in mind.
And be mindful, ladies and gentlemen, your focus can change several times throughout your life. Okay. It can change. I'm going to tell you, you may want one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get it, you realize, hey, I want something else, or this wasn't enough,
you know what I'm saying,
to keep me satisfied. It's okay.
It's totally
change that focus and keep pushing.
Yeah, change the focus. I've done it. You know, I went from award-winning DJ to celebrity photographer in less than a few years.
And that's a big difference, because when you think about it, the DJ is kind of prime member in a party when you think about it. Yeah. Prime member. And then you go to being behind the scenes, taking pictures of those that are the prime members.
And I learned that I actually like that a lot better. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He don't want to be the face, y'all.
No, like just let me hide, collect my check, and go home. You know, take care of these 5 kids. So you got to be focused. You got to be focused, and then freedom is another one, and freedom in the sense that you got to free yourself of a lot of distractions. There's a lot of things, burdens, and baggage, and weights.
Those include people.
Come on. Look,
you got the right one today, baby.
Yes.
Okay, you got the right one today.
Why we ain't start this a long time ago? You sure you ain't write this with me? Can I put your name at the bottom of the book?
Hey, yeah. So those can be people, ladies and gentlemen. Let them go.
Most of the time they are. Most of the time they are. And you know, there's a lot of distractions in our lives, you know, and I go through that, and I refer to like track stars. I was not a track star, by the way. But you never had
a track star.
You were?
Yes.
But you wasn't out there on the track and field in no Timberlands though.
Oh, definitely not. I was prepared every time.
You was with some lightweight shoes and some skimpy clothes, because you had to be aerodynamically perfect
to go. Set to go.
You went out there no baggy clothes and none of that.
Right.
You got to strip yourself of all the weight that so easily besets us, so that we can keep our eyes on the prize. But anyway, freedom. You got to free yourself of a lot of things. Focus, freedom, and then your faith, man. Like, and I'm not talking about from a super spiritual aspect, like your faith in God. That's definitely important. But have faith in like that whatever you're going through right now, that it's not going to last forever, right? Like if you don't believe it, you're certainly not going to achieve it.
So are you listening? I know a lot of people want to relate faith to religion. Okay. Your faith in you is an important thing. If you're not believing in yourself and the mission that you set your own self on, it can be a problem.
Let me tell you, man.
It can be a problem. And don't get me wrong. Now, this is one of my things that I feel like, because sometimes you be like, man, nobody's noticing, nobody's this, and nobody wants to help me do. You can't worry about that. If you've been called to do something and it's in your spirit that you need to get it out the way, go get it out the way. Just keep pushing. Man. It's gonna be all right. This year was a rough one for me. I'm gonna tell you, it's a rough one for me. But then all of a sudden, at the end of the year, just this weekend, I got a Lifetime Achievement Award. You understand what I'm saying?
Because you've been putting in work.
Like, who decided that was going?
Yes.
Thank you.
You got a lifetime.
Thank you. Some old employer put me. You understand what I'm saying? Said I had been grinding. Thank you for noticing. Thank you. Yeah. So you definitely got to have faith.
You got the work. You got the social proof to prove it.
It'll keep you going.
I'll tell you this, man. If God has enough faith in you to send his son to die for you, the least you can do is have that same amount of faith in yourself. So
shimmy.
Yes. So faith, you got to believe it. Yeah? You got to believe. If you don't believe it, I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. And then force, right? And so a lot of people think that I'm talking about you got to force it. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you got to force the door down. Like everybody ain't nobody going to hand you. Nobody owes you nothing. You got to force it. And when I say force, I just mean work. I was just trying to keep the F's going. You know what I'm saying? Yes. But
you're here. You gotta work. But you're here. You're right now. Yeah. You're doing the work. He's interviewing, getting the word out there. I'm going to tell you, I say this about my nonprofit all the time. If no one knows what you're doing, and I'm talking about those people that are close and the ones beyond, because those people that are close, they're not going to really support you till you blow up. You know, they're going to keep thinking, well, how much money are you getting for that? How much you doing this? They got all these questions that are going to do nothing but distract you. But as long as you are bringing awareness and attention to what it is you have going on, you are moving in the right direction. And that is a form of force, just in case y'all don't understand.
It is.
So let's keep going, because I like the last one. Yeah.
Oh, the last one is everybody's favorite. But it's a byproduct of all the other ones. And it's fun. Okay. Like what we doing today.
If
right?
It ain't fun, let it go.
Come on, man.
If you ain't feeling it, let it go.
And you got to find things in your life that you enjoy. And I was the guy that was a byproduct of hustle culture, right? Like you sleep when you die, like waking up at 3 a.m., waking up early, going to bed late, and my kids wasn't seeing me. I was stressed out. I remember there was one day I had been working so hard that the pressures of life were so heavy that physically I became paralyzed. Wow. I woke up one morning and I couldn't move. And it was all, but the doctor said it was completely stress induced. And I just wasn't having any fun. I was making money, had the 5-bedroom house with the office, 2-car garage, the Escalade, the Benz, the beautiful wife, the 2.5 kids, the dog. I had all that, right? With the little lake outside. And
you think you good.
Can't move.
And just upset on the inside. So that was another reason that I felt like this was a really good time to bring him on, ladies and gentlemen. We know the holidays is a very hard time for a lot of people who are suffering from depression, who are going through all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Let's say this. He had everything going for himself, still found himself paralyzed from stress. You have to find a way to be able to release those stressors. Whether it's your family, you need to find out what's important to you. A lot of people rag on me all the time. Well, you're always doing this or you're doing that. It looks like I'm moving around a lot, but I'm going to tell you, number one thing for me is my family. Oh, baby, we have a good time. We travel together. We
Shoot, the twins here right now.
The twins are here. We about to go shopping right now. We about to tear down, okay? Period.
We should have just did like a
family
live
fun
shop.
day.
Yeah, we should have just went shopping and just recorded that. That would have been the interview right there. You know what I'm saying?
People don't want to see me shop. Then they don't like me no more. You know how people be out there hating. You know, they be hating. I'm gonna go.
Don't be no.
Long as that thing go that credit card work. Yeah. But anyway, you see how much fun we're having doing something that we love. We are celebrating batteries not included because we want you to be able to plug in. We want you to be able to have your batteries charged and ready to go.
That's all I'm saying.
That's what this book is all about, ladies and gentlemen. You heard a lot about the different chapters that are in this book. You need to get fueled for your future.
Come on.
Yeah. You like the way I did?
I love it. Yes, that is exactly it. See, there's so much to do now.
So tell us, what was your main way, since we're talking about the holidays, we're talking about depression and things that people are going through mentally. What was the very first thing that you did to step out of your funk? After talking to the doctor, what was the one thing that you feel like resonates with you that made the change?
Honestly, and I got to be completely transparent, I didn't. You know, people talk about bouncing back. Ain't no bounce back. I hit the ground and it was a splat. And I laid there for a while. Like just real talk. I laid there for a while. I tried to numb it with alcohol. And this is as a believer. I tried all the things, right? And I just laid there and I ain't gonna lie, I wallowed in it for a little while.
Man.
And but it wasn't a long while. And luckily I'm in a community of people, family and friends that are supportive and was like, hey bro, like you can't sit in this for too long. And then, so being around family, being around friends, because a lot of times when we're going through things like that, we isolate ourselves and we do it on purpose. And then even when we do go into public, we know what to say, so, hey, Dave, how you doing?
And we know those people that are going to call us on our BS.
Yeah. And we know how to avoid them, not answer their calls, not respond to emails, not respond to texts, and hide in our rooms and just do what we got to do. So I wallowed in it for a while. But after that, I slowly began to go to therapy. I started going to the gym. I cleaned up my diet.
Okay.
Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like the foods that we eat sometimes affect our mental and our emotional. And so I cleaned up my diet. I mean, not dramatically. I ain't go vegan or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I love my vegans out there. But I just made some subtle changes. I stopped drinking Red Bulls and definitely cut out alcohol. Okay. Never really been a smoker. But I started living a more healthier lifestyle physically, and it affected me emotionally. And then I found things that I like to do, like photography. Okay. Photography was just a hobby.
Find a hobby that you can change into a moneymaker, baby. That is
and it turned into a ticket to all the concerts. I get it into all the shows for free now.
What you say? Hallelujah. Yes. Me too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're doing all the red carpet.
People think you be paying all that money. I got this ticket.
I'm backstage with Kirk Franklin. I'm like, let's go.
To me. Yes. Yeah. All you got to do is check your email at some point. So it's definitely a beautiful life. Now we're coming close to the end of this. I got to make sure that people know he's going to be doing a book tour. Yes. So that's going to be coming up. So you can see him in person. You can get your very own copy of Batteries Not Included, in person. But we need to tell you where you can go and purchase it. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's Mr. Dave. He's going to tell you all about where you can get the book right now.
I mean, of course, if you're not already tapped in on IG at the David Settle The link is in my bio, or thedavidsettle.com. You can go straight to the website, purchase this book, the other book, tap in with a lot of the other content that we create throughout the year, just inspiring, motivational stuff to keep you along the journey. But I mean, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, but I did tell you this though.
Okay.
If you go to Amazon,
okay,
just
Amazon
listening? Today,
Amazon today,
I dropped the price as low as I could go. I tried to set it up for free, but Amazon wouldn't let me.
Oh man. So
it's at an all-time low of just
Amazon
like $6.
said you're gonna have to get him that money.
Yeah, they did. They the production fee, I guess, is in there somewhere. Yeah. But it's $6 and some change. And that'll be for
so
today.
You can't beat that. If you want to refuel before the beginning of the year, I know that you're about to be off, your kids are about to be off. Now, is this something that maybe the teenagers could read to move into next year?
They can
make it a stocking stuffer. It'll fit right in perfect.
Yeah, and it's got a helpful, like my favorite part about the book
that's right,
is the workbook on the inside.
I want to see a page of the workbook.
Like so this isn't just something that you read and pull up. No, this is something I want you to
he said put in
pencil,
the work,
a pen, something you could do it together. But the workbook is my favorite part about it. The thought-provoking questions that make you really, really dig deep. Because one of the things I learned when coming out of that journey was self-actualization. Right?
Okay,
being
you have to be able to look at it. When you look at it, it really brings something true.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to have to go.
But we gotta go.
But guess what? He has other things to do because he's super important, because of this book. No. I'm about to definitely wrap it up. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about batteries not included. Ladies, and you go to Amazon right now so you can get the deal. We want you to purchase as many of them as you can. Make them stocking stuffers for your friends and family. This is David Settle. You can follow him at the David Settle. Okay, on Instagram. I'm Tennille Thomas. This is I'm Just Saying Live, and we outie.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I just love it. That was too easy.